Hugh's duty. Ivo Hugh is the newest narrow gauge engine on the Skarloey Railway. Named after the former foreman, Mr. Ivo Hugh, he was built in 1996 and became the railway's number 7 engine. Ivo Hugh is a friendly engine to the others, but he's still young at heart and has much to learn about the railway life. One day the engines had just woken up in their sheds and Mr. Percival came to tell them their jobs for the day. Today is going to be a very busy week on the railway, so I want you all to be prepared for the upcoming hard work, Mr. Percival announced, and he turned his attention to Duncan. And I hope you've already learnt your lesson about passengers, Duncan. Aye, sir, Duncan replied, remembering the time he grumbled about passengers and stopped on the middle of the bridge. Ho, 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 ho! What can I do today, sir? Ivo Hugh asked joyfully. You'll be on shunting duties again, Ivo. All the trucks and coaches need to be ready, Mr. Percival answered. Ivo Hugh was disappointed. Great. He had been shunting since being built and wanted to do something else. Soon Ivo Hugh began shunting, but he was still disappointed. He had just finished shunting trucks for Peter Sam when he arrived. Hello, Ivo Hugh. What's the matter? Peter Sam asked. I never get anything different for myself. Just shunting, shunting and shunting. Ivo Hugh was annoyed. Relax. You're still new to our railway, and you will get a chance. Anyway, thanks for sorting out the trucks for me to take. Peter Sam smiled, and he rolled away with his train. Sure thing, Ivo Hugh replied. Later that day, Ivo Hugh was shunting coaches at the station for Duke. After he had his water tanks filled at the water tower, Ivo Hugh noticed Duke backing down onto the coaches. He didn't look well, so his crew and the fin controller inspected him. It seems that Duke has taken some bad water. He must go to the works and have him fixed up, said Duke's driver. But what about the passengers? Having them wait a long time would never suit his grace, Duke grumbled. Don't worry, Duke. We'll find a replacement engine until you feel better, said Mr. Percival. Ivo Hugh heard what was going on, and he had an idea. If Duke's unwell, and no engine is free, perhaps I can take it. Soon Ivo Hugh's driver and fireman came back, and they was about to take him back to shunting when Ivo Hugh spoke up. Driver, our next job is to take that passenger train. We can do shunting when we get back. His crew were surprised, but they took Ivo Hugh towards the station. But he should have asked for the controller's permission first. After reaching the station, Ivo Hugh was coupled up to the coaches. When the station master saw the engine, he was confused. Are you the replacement engine that our controller is talking about? The station master asked. Yeah, that's me, alright, Ivo Hugh answered. Okay then, all the passengers are already on board. The station master allowed the guard to blow his whistle, and Ivo Hugh set off. Whoa, that was heavy, said Ivo Hugh, as he felt the weight of the coaches. No sooner had Ivo Hugh gone, when Skarloey came to pick up the passengers. I thought the passengers were waiting for us, said Skarloey. He was very confused. We better tell the fin controller about this, said his driver. Ivo Hugh was very pleased with himself. He saw the next station and stopped, but not next to it properly. He overshot the platform. Whoops! Ivo Hugh felt nervous and reversed back a bit. The passengers got off the train and more were about to climb aboard when Ivo Hugh set off. Wait! Shouted his driver. We have to wait for the guard's whistle. Ivo Hugh stopped. Thankfully, none of the passengers were hurt, but they were beginning to think that Ivo Hugh was a dangerous engine. Duncan was waiting on a passing loop with his trucks. He was surprised to see Ivo Hugh rolling past him with a passenger train. Ivo Hugh, what are you doing now? Duncan asked. Just doing my job, Ivo Hugh answered back until he was out of sight. Duncan could hear the passengers grumbling in the coaches. He chuckled. The kid's from S1, did we? He'll be in trouble. Duncan was right. When Ivo Hugh reached the next station, the Fin controller was there waiting for him. He didn't look happy. Ivo Hugh, I didn't select you as the replacement engine, and now you've caused our railway a great deal of confusion, he thundered. Ivo Hugh felt very silly. I'm very sorry, sir. I only wanted to help, and to do something different. I've been doing one job all week. Mr. Hughes sighed. I keep giving you shunting duties because you don't have any training about trucks or coaches. But now I think it's about time that we give you that. Thank you, sir. But please ask me your request next time, Mr. Percival warned. Yes, sir. Later that afternoon, Ivo Hugh went back to his shunting work. While he worked, Duncan watched him and couldn't stop laughing about his mess. We fancy being really bad at handling passengers, Duncan said. It'll be some time before the controller can trust him with coaches. Leave him alone, said Scarlowy. We all make mistakes when we're young. He'd better learn fast, replied Duncan. We don't need more of his mistakes around here. Ivo Hugh ignored Duncan's comments, but he was secretly worried about his next job. He didn't want to disappoint the Fin controller again.